Hello and welcome to Saguaro Spotlight. I'm your host, Danny Houston, and joining me today is the chairperson for the Phoenix Street Food Coalition, Brad Moore. Brad, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So when did the Phoenix Street Food Coalition first get started?
We started it a little over 3 years ago. It was just over happy hour drinks one night. A few of us food truck operators were getting together and sharing stories and trials and tribulations, and we thought, hey, why don't we start a association of sorts and kind of create a little bit of synergy and power in numbers.
Right on. What's the goal of the coalition?
So really what it is it's a advocacy group and a support system for aspiring food truck operators and existing food truck operators. So we work with local municipalities on food truck ordinances and permitting issues. We share job leads, so we often get requests from large-scale event planners that are looking for food trucks to be present at their event or their festival. So we'll pass that information along to the food trucks and really just try to be that support mechanism for them that they need when getting started, especially.
So while these local food truck owners are worried about getting their food truck off the ground, you guys team up basically to look for events that they can work at and things like that?
Yeah, so we've actually, the way it's grown is people will just often give us a call or send us an email and say, hey, I'm looking for 5 trucks at this particular festival. And so what we'll do is we'll send it out to the entire group and say, hey, this is something that you're interested in. Here's the contact person, follow up with them and make a business decision on your own.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How many businesses and vendors do you have to date?
72 is what our membership roster looks like right now. So
Wow.
It's grown quite a bit over the past couple of years.
Yeah. What are some events that you've worked recently?
So one of our big ones actually is coming up next weekend. It's the Scottsdale Arts Festival. So about 3 years ago, we spoke with the Arts Festival about what they were doing, and they wanted to change up the array of food that they had been offering in years past. And so they strictly used the food trucks from the coalition for vending there. So it's really cool, mixed in with all the great art that they have. It's a cool festival the way it's evolved.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we get back from the break, we will take a look at one of the many events that the Phoenix Street Food Coalition hosts. We will be right back after this. Welcome back to Saguaro Spotlight. I'm here with Brad Moore of the Phoenix Street Food Coalition. So Brad, what other types of events does the coalition host?
The coalition actually doesn't host any events. We learned early on that we as 4 volunteers can't create enough events to keep 70 businesses happy. It just wasn't sustainable. So really what we do is we try to get our individual members to go out there and create little events of their own and to partner with the other members of the group. And so Food Truck Friday is a perfect example. It's something that my wife and I started about 3.5 years ago and started off with just 3 other trucks and our truck, and now it's grown into something quite large.
Wow. And how many people do you have that usually go to Food Truck Fridays?
We have 13 food trucks on average, and we'll have about 1,000 customers that'll pass through there during the lunch hours. So we do it every Friday at the corner of Central and Pierce, and start serving at 11, and we serve till about 1:30.
And it's year round.
It's year round, yeah, we don't stop. So, and it's cool to see, because what started with 4 trucks and just a big piece of asphalt is now grown into shade structures, misting systems. We do community-style seating between all the trucks. So it's just kind of a cool community vibe, and it's a fun place to hang out on a Friday afternoon.
Man, that's awesome. You've come a long way. How do vendors get involved with the coalition?
So it's a real simple application process. We just look for a couple of criteria. One is that they can't be part of a national franchise. And 2 is that they are using local businesses for a lot of their sources. So at least 30% of the menu needs to be sourced locally, whether that's local farms for produce, or local meat shops, or local bakeries for baked goods. So we wanted this coalition to be about small local businesses, but we also wanted to go out into the community and support other small local businesses.
And are most of the food trucks here in the valley, in Phoenix and Mesa?
Yeah, it's all over Maricopa County. So yeah, it's the kind of whole Phoenix metro area.
Do you guys have plans of eventually spreading out more to other parts of Arizona? Or?
I don't think so. Tucson's got a nice little food truck scene that's developing, and they have their own coalition. And a lot of towns, like in Southern California, they have a little bit more history than we do, and they're a little bit more organized, but they've got their own mobile food vending association. So starting to see a lot of these in the cities develop, and I think it's an integral part of facilitating the conversation between the food truck operators and the city, and trying to figure out how everybody can be happy with the operations. And it's an ever-changing scene. So
yeah, definitely. And I think it's great that you guys are helping out so many local businesses and small business owners here in the valley. If you would like to know more about the Phoenix Food Truck Street Food Coalition, you can visit phxstreetfood.org for more information. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you next time on Saguaro Spotlight.